welcome to another edition of SOG Ludo Television. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of November 2019, and I'll be sharing this week another topic that came from one of the viewers of the growing SOG Ludo Television community. I thank you all for your comments. I thank you for the suggestions on topics to share, and this just motivates me and inspires me to keep going. And this week we'll be talking on another topic that is dear to me: transition from employee to entrepreneurship. Transition from employee to entrepreneurship. Put differently, I get asked several times, right, that when is the right time to leave paid employment for entrepreneurship? The absolute truth is that there's no right time to do that, to make that decision, right? Because no matter how great your business plan is, or your preparation, or you think your product or services, the market has a way of humbling every startup business. The market is a true test of the value that you propose to present. Therefore, rather than worrying about the right time to transit from paid employment to being an entrepreneur, what is more important is to make sure you have taken care of the next few tips that I'll be sharing, right? There are about 5 to 7 of such tips, things you need to make sure are already in place. Then you can make the transition from employee to entrepreneur. Now, the first thing you need to make sure you have taken care of carefully is be clear on the problem that your product or service is solving. Because a business really is nothing other than a solution to a problem. Once you've identified clearly the problem you have a solution for, then look for those who have that problem and they'll pay you for your solution, then you're in business. The second key tip is, generally, it's a lot easier to make that transition when you are single, because a startup business is like having a new baby. It serves a lot of energy, resources, and time for the entrepreneur. So it's a little easier when you're single and your responsibilities are basically to yourself. Once you're married, it becomes a little bit more complicated, and buying of your spouse is critical so that you don't nurture the business and risk losing your marriage, or in an attempt to sustain your marriage, you lose the startup business. That's not to say you can't start up when you're married, as some of you listening to and watching me actually already are. But then it's important you get your spouse's buy-in. Thirdly, you should have some savings before you venture out as an entrepreneur. Because as an employee, your bills generally get taken care of. Every 30 days at least, you know what is coming in. So over time, you have certain bills that get taken care of. But when you become an entrepreneur, I tell you, for a lot of startups, your income goes from whatever it was as a salary monthly to zero or near zero. But you have bills to pay. So make sure you have some savings to take care of some of your basic bills, at least for as many months as possible, before venturing out to make that transition. Otherwise, it could be quite humbling. And many that make the transition quickly run back to paid employment. Not because the fundamentals of their business is bad, but because they never took care of that key element. Number 4, be careful in depending on guaranteed buyers that encourage you to leave paid employment. This thing you're doing it so well, go start up, we'll patronize you. Because usually they let you down. Not because they deceived you in moving from paid employment to entrepreneurship, but because you need to build trusts on that startup business. And it takes a while for buyers to trust your product or your service. They will come, but usually not as quickly as you had anticipated when you were launching out. So make sure you don't be too dependent on anyone or any group of people so that you don't hurt yourself. Is it 4 or 5 now? I can't even keep track. Anyway, the next great tip is, the media over glamorizes entrepreneurship and downplays the risks. and the challenges that go with it. And unfortunately, many fall for that and then start up their ventures and entrepreneurial ventures. And when the crisis and the long nights, the disappointment and the frustration set in, they're wondering really why they took that plunge. So I put it to you, and that's the next step. What is required to succeed as an entrepreneur is more emotional and psychological than technical. So no matter how good you are with the technical attributes of your product or your service, you need to be prepared, right? Emotionally and psychologically to withstand shocks and disappointments and slow takeoff or complete failures. The last tip I'll give us, you will fail as you make that transition from employee to entrepreneur. Yes, you will fail. Some small failures, some big failures. It's part of the process. However, it's what you do when you fail, the lessons you learned, and how you use it to improve your product or your service or your approach to the market that matters, not the failure itself. Right? So quickly learn the lessons and get back up. Don't give up on the fundamentals of your business. My business didn't make a profit until year 5. Yes, 5th year. Now we're 13 years, almost 14. But the first few years were horrible. But I'm so glad I didn't give up. I hope this has been of some help to you. Now, if you want a few more tips on selling and marketing, particularly, on the 29th of November, I'll be facilitating a 3-hour course on sales and marketing. So if your responsibility is for sales and marketing your organization, or you're an entrepreneur or a startup running your own business, and you want to grow your business significantly, money back guaranteed is $20,000 per participant, and I'm looking for 30 participants. Now, if you're interested, just shoot me a DM and I'll send you the link to register. And if you're registering 3 or more people, then you get to pay $15,000 per person. So at the end of the session, if you don't like it, you don't feel you've gotten value, you get your full money back. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching the SOJ Little Television, and I look forward to next week when I come back with another topic. And if you'd like me to help you as a personal coach to grow yourself or your career, or to help your business in whatever area that need us, contact me through the email that is scrolling on the screen right now, or my website, and I'll look forward to helping you on your personal and business growth needs. Once again, thank you for being part of the growing SOJ Little Television community. It's been great doing this. Bye.